In the World Series, Jake Peavy is a World Series champion after pitching a decade in the majors. What was it like to take the mound during the World Series?
Well, extra special. Like you said, I was a veteran and I was understanding of what it took and all the right pieces that had to fall in place for you to make it to a World Series. I was extremely grateful, but I was focused with my teammates on finishing the job at hand. Nobody remembers second place, Rofo.
And then you went and did it again the next year.
I got very fortunate to join forces in 2014 with a Buster Posey, Pablo Sandoval, Madison, Bumgarner, Hunter Pence. Big time energy on the West Coast. That giant title town there for a minute.
Yeah.
3 and 5 years. 2014 was extra special.
Carlos, you, of course, with the 2008 Rays in the World Series, ultimately did not win the big trophy. What was that feeling like?
Oh man, I was devastated. I mean, I'm here to admit to both of you guys that I cried. I did.
Oh, of course.
It just crushed me. You know how difficult it is to get to that point? Yeah, that one opportunity, that's the only time I made it to the World Series, and we could not capitalize. I still played those games in my head.
So many years of disappointment leading up to every season that you don't win the championship, you go home with extremely disappointed.
It does not get more intense than this time of year. The World Series is here, and every pitch matters.
Crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the New York Yankees. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. There may be no better atmosphere in all of baseball than Game 1 of the Fall Classic, Siggy. Lots of excitement to get this thing started.
Yeah, and the players feel that just as much as the fans. You're down there with goosebumps, and these guys are just trying to stay in the moment. But I'll tell you, for the home team especially, it's so hard not to be emotional and hyped up with all the energy in this building right now.
And on the other side, of course, you're looking to swing home field advantage your way with an all-important opening win on the road. First pitch coming your way next. Almost ready to get underway. Getting the nod on the mound, Carlos Rodon.
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Come on, big guy, see it, drive it, right here.
Base knock, center field.
Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
So 2 on with 2 away. Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate. Kershaw fires. That's to third. Muncy on to first, and that is that. Yanks strand a pair, and they're down 2-0. Here comes Max Muncy.
Batting it, the third baseman, number 13, Max.
Runner at first with no outs here. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Fired to second. On to Rizzo at first, and they get the double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
So 1 out, nobody on. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Derek Jeter.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
This one blasted deep to left, way out of here. Home run. That's what the fans came to see, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
Man at first with 1 gone, and up next for New York, Derek Jeter. He's already homered in this game. Game 1 of the World Series here tonight, and all he's hoping is that the success that he's had in the first couple of rounds continues.
The great thing, you're here in the World Series. Now just try to have fun. The performance has been outstanding, and why should it stop now?
How do they cool him off?
Well, they're going to be extremely careful with him. I doubt he's going to get much to hit today, but when he does, be careful because he can hit it a long way. Man, that's one of those that...
Now it's Mookie Betts. 1 for 3. Nobody out. Runner at first. To short. Could be 2. 1 at second. On to Rizzo at first, and they get the double play. So first and second with 2 outs. Chris Taylor now. On the ground to the left. Zips it to first. Taylor out on the play. 3rd out. 2 left on. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Yankees 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the shortstop, Derek Jeter. Kershaw back to work. There's the strike.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
That one ripped left field, and it hits the fence. It's a double, 3rd hit of the night for him. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Here comes a pitch. Popped up. Taylor under it. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
I always remember watching Johan Santana pitch, and when he was in his prime, you would see a lot of guys out in front, right-handers pulling that change up in the stands, and then fouling the fastball the opposite field up into the stands.
And now the lefty. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. The run comes in from second, and they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up.
Comes through with the RBI. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good. Good win by 6 runs. Always nice when you can win by a touchdown or a couple of field goals. You want to keep that momentum going, knowing the offense can score at will, bring it into the next one and get another W.
8-2 the final here. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the New York Yankees. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
Well, winning game 1 on the road was huge, Boog, and they could put a stranglehold on this series with the win here in this one, and that's obviously the goal. You want to go back home up 2-0 with a chance to wrap up the series in your own ballpark for sure.
And if it goes the other way and the series gets to 1-1, it's a total reset as we change venues for the next 3 games. First pitch coming your way next. Coming up on the first pitch and starting this one, Garrett Cole. What do we need to know here?
Well, the big thing is that the way he holds his curveball, it's more of a knuckle curve, and because of that, it's less predictable in terms of the break for the hitter. That makes it that much harder to hit this guy.
So 2 down, Derek Jeter stepping in now for the Yankees. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That'll touch down off the base of the fence. The relay throw. But it's offline. It's 1-1.
Picks himself up an RBI. He hit the ball so well right there, and I really thought it was going to carry out of here, but that's definitely the big part of the yard, and you just really have to get a hold of one to drive it out in that part of the ballpark. But you can't be mad about driving one off the wall.
Man at second here with 2 away. Here's a big power threat. Anthony Rizzo. Slow ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. We head to the second from the big ballpark in the Bronx. All tied 1-1. Top of the second, the batter now will be Will Smith. Chris, you look at Garrett Cole, and he changed in terms of his profile. He threw a lot of sinkers when he was with the Pirates. When he went to Houston, everything changed. More 4-seamers and more reliance on the breaking ball. Fires over to first, and they get the out on Smith.
That is it. The designated hitter.
Welcome back, and now the shortstop, Derek Jeter. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Urias back to work. Liner, base hit. Around first and hustling for second. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2.
Now the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Back at Yankee Stadium, all set for the start of the inning. Miguel Rojas at the plate. Tap back up the middle. Throw to first, great stretch, and they got him.
The batter, the second baseman, Gavin Lux.
Base is empty, 1 away, and now it's Gavin Lux. He's already homered here in this one.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3. So 2 away with nobody on. Derek Jeter stepping in now for the Yankees. That's hard hit on the line. Makes the catch, inning over. So they make short work of him there. We head to the 7th now in Game 2. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Yankees 1. One down. Here's the third baseman, Chris Taylor.
There you go, fellas. Let's go.
The pitch. On the ground, out to short. The throw to first. Taylor out of the play.
The center fielder, number 6, David.
Back in the Bronx, bottom 9. Here's the shortstop at the play, Derek Jeter.
The shortstop, Derek Jeter.
The pitch. A dive, he's got it. Over to first. And that's a great play for the out.
Great cat-like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy on the mound. When you hit 5 balls out of the yard, you expect to win. Some teams live and die by the long ball. Today, these 5 homers, they really led them to victory.
So, Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
And a 7-1 finish in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Pre-game festivities for the World Series. Game 3 is coming up next. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
And Boog, this is as close to an elimination game as you can get without it actually being one. Going down 3-0 would more or less just end this thing. So this game's going to tell us whether we're going to have a real series in store for us or if we're just going to be packing our bags and going home.
A lot of people feel these teams are more evenly matched. The first 2 games would indicate. So we'll see if we get a bounce-back performance in this one. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now, and towing the slab in this one, it's Walker Buehler.
Very dominant his last time out, picked up the win, only allowed 1 run. These guys would love to see him back on his game in this one.
Derek Jeter now at the plate, big-time power.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
1 pitch. Here we go. Let's go.
This one blasted left center field on its way, and that one is out of here. A 3-run shot, his second home run of the series. It's 4-0. He sent the first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at-bat. Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Bottom of the first. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas.
The shortstop.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left. Out to short. Jeter.
gathers and throws to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting second, the second baseman, Gavin Luck.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Next to hit, Freddie Freeman. So all filled up, Severino. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Throws to second for 1. On to first, double play, and that's the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On to the second now from Dodger Stadium. The Yankees 4 and the Dodgers nothing. So here's the cleanup hitter, Derek Jeter. He's already homered in this one. Chris, you know, Walker Buehler's social media handle is, in fact, Buehler's Day Off 21. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. That one is back and out of here. His second home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 6-0.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. Grounded out his first time.
Go right now, fellas, right now.
Severino kicks, deals. Out to short. Throw on to Rizzo, and there's 2 away.
The batter, the second baseman.
So digging in, Derek Jeter. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
Get your pitch and drive it, kid. Here you go.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That'll fire up the dugout. That's his 3rd home run of the game. It's 7-0.
I mean, what a performance we're seeing in this one. 3 home runs in a World Series game, ridiculous. And that's what backyard dreams are made of, and he's living it in real time. It's only been done a couple of times in history, so this is really special, and we won't forget this.
And here is Derek Jeter.
Work it ahead.
There's a swing and a drive.
Come on, ball. Get up. Get out.
And it's gone. His 4th home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 11-0. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Wow, this is awesome. I mean, a 4-homer game. They're just so rare. They're so special and just so tough to pull off as well. Everything has to line up for you, but of course, you got to make it happen too. And these are the types of performances that people just don't forget, and it's definitely going to live on in history.
So 2 on with 2 away. And now it's Mookie Betts. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Next pitch is popped up. Puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. Dodgers strand a couple. They trail in this one 11-0. Back here in L.A., set for the last half of the 7th. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Severino back to work. Bounce to the left side. Jeter. Tosses across to first. And a quick out, number 1.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good
And the batter will be the shortstop, Derek Jeter. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And it finds its way through for a hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Nice hit right there.
Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind.
Runner on the go. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4. Here's Gleyber Torres. And the 0-2. Got him swinging.
Well, he didn't get the call on the mound the pitch before. Felt like he should have had him looking, I think. But, that's good composure right there. He found a way to come back with another good pitch to get him to swing and miss.
Got it by him for the K.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. Yankees 12 and the Dodgers 3. Back here at Dodger Stadium, bottom of the inning, and here's the catcher, Will Smith. Peralta back to work. Out to short, Jeter. Whips it across, and they get the out on Smith.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it and got the ground ball. These guys obviously needed to win this game. Down 2-0 in the series. You go down 3-0, guys start packing their bags. They know that they're headed home. But they came out focused on the task at hand, got the job done, a win in the next game, and all of a sudden we've got a new series.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
And your final, 12-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already. But I'll tell you what, I think whoever takes this one will be feeling really good about their chances the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen it before. Even when you're down 2-1, it seems like a win in Game 4 can propel you to a series win more often than not. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, first pitch coming up. And on the hill in this one, Tony Gonsolin.
Well, he tried to make it through the 5th inning last time out, but the pitch count just got too high. He ended up taking the loss. That's one of those you just have to shake it off, come back out today, and try to throw a gem.
So digging in, Derek Jeter. That's a base hit.
You got that one out, boy.
They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Hey, one time, right now. Here we go.
On the ground to the left. Muncy sends it to first. And they take care of Stanton for the out. That's out number 3. Yanks strand a pair. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. And up to the plate is Will Smith.
Will Smith. Hey, no one down here.
On the ground left side. 6, 4, out, 3. And they turn the double play.
Batting 6, the left fielder, J.D. Martinez.
Runner on at first with one gone. Derek Jeter stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 1 with a single so far. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Hey, look at one pitch right here. Come on now.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Rojas tossed to second, onto Freddie. Double play, but 2 runs for him and they jump ahead. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Yankees 2 and the Dodgers nothing. Bottom of the inning. Here's the veteran second baseman, Chris Taylor.
The second baseman.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Slings it across. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
Batting 8, the third baseman, Matt.
1 down. Mookie Betts now at the plate. He reached out a walk his first time. Freeman at first, 1 gone. Singy Mookie Betts, given name Marcus Lynn Betts. He attributes a nickname from his parents watching Mookie Blaylock play basketball. And he can't come up with it. So first and second with 1 man gone. Stepping in, Will Smith. He's 0 for 1. Back to the mound. To second, there's 1. Over to first, that's 2. Nicely done. 1-6-3, and that will end the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We played 4. Yankees 3, and the Dodgers 1. So first and second with 2 outs. Derek Jeter digs in now. 1 for 2.
Oh, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases, and that's going to roll to the wall. 1 run across. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and they lead by 4. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Here's Stanton now. Singy, we think of Giancarlo Stanton with the big-time power as a baseball player, but he was actually recruited to play football at USC. Bounced up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. To first, and they get the out. They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Yankees 5 and the Dodgers 1. And now it's Max Muncy. He's already homered in this game.
Max Muncy.
0-2 now. Popped up.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Jeter hauls it in for the out. 1 away.
The center fielder, number 25.
Derek Jeter will hit next. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Thompson pulls it down, 2 down.
It was all over that fastball. Well, you can tell these guys feel great and also relieved to even up the series. There's so much on the line. You've worked so hard to get here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Game 7 in this series.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. With my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And as we get set for Game 5, Chris, it seems like this series could still have a few twists and turns in it.
Yeah, and even though neither team's going to be going home after today, Game 5 always has the feel of an elimination game when the series is tied up at 2-2. And maybe it's just as important as one, because being up 3-2 as opposed to down 3-2 makes a huge difference going forward.
Yeah, you don't want to be the team with their backs up against the wall in Game 6. This is a big swing game. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And today's starter, Dustin May. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Last time out, it just seemed like he wasn't trusting his stuff. He fell behind in the count, walked a number of guys. Today, he's got to pitch aggressively, and he's got to pitch inside.
Back here at the ballpark, stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Derek Jeter. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Gone! He made him pay for that one. His 6th of the series. It's 1-0. He sent the first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations, because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at-bat. He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
And now it's Gavin Lux. Rojas gets his lead at first, nobody out. Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit.
Really nice job with 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Once you get the ball by the pitcher.
1 out, runner at second. Here's a big power threat. Derek Jeter, the solo homer, his first time.
All right, come on now, one time. Good piece.
Hit hard, base hit. Around third comes LeMahieu. He will score, and they trail by 1. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Lined, and that's a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man, and as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Hey, you be right here. One time.
Pequannock moved to second, and he's back in easily.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Hey, come on, big dog. Get the kick.
Right-hander kick steals. This ball's chopped on the ground. And Gleyber Torres retired.
Now batting, the first baseman, Anthony.
So 2 down. Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate. 0 for 1 so far.
Well, there's a reason why he's at the bottom of the order, struggling as of late, but a knock here would be a huge lift for him and for his team.
And that one hit to first. He takes it on his own. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. They get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Yankees 2.
Hey,
Back here at Chavez Ravine, here's the left fielder, J.D. Martinez.
J.D.
Up the middle, Jeter. Whips it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just
base is empty, 1 away. And up next for New York, Derek Jeter. He's already homered in this game. In there, and it's 0-1. Jeter goes 6 feet 3 inches, only 18 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Nice job, nice job.
everything came together for him. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
So now 3-2, and that's ball 4.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Here is Gleyber Torres. The pitch. Line drive.
Get up, bro. Get up,
just
bro.
inside the line, and it's down for a knock. One runs in. Here comes Stanton. He scores as well. It's 4-3.
Well, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
Two outs, bases full. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Derek Jeter.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
Stay back.
Line, and that's a base hit. Throw home, not in time. The run scores. And the lead is up to 5. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over. So a great inning there as they bat around to score 6 times to open up the lead. 6, 7, 8 due in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Yankees 8 and the Dodgers 3. So 2 down, and stepping in for the Yankees, Derek Jeter.
Hey, right here, baby.
Hammered to center. No doubt about this one. Way out of here. Gone. He circles the bases. His 2nd home run of the game, and they add on. It's 11-3.
Now he's just showing off out there, and who can blame him with a swing like that? Give that man a bat, watch it go a long way. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. Peralta on at first, nobody out. Roll to short, could be 2. To second, that's 1. On to Rizzo at first, and they get the double play.
Now back, second baseman, Gavin.
Well, all these guys need is one more win. But when you're playing in the postseason, it's not just a win of a game. It's a win of an inning. It's a win of an at-bat. It's a win of a pitch count. And that's what they're going to need to do in the next game to take the series.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
Final score in this one, 11-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so long. Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the New York Yankees. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. It's been a heck of a series so far, Singy, and you have to figure that will only continue here in Game 6.
You know, Boog, some of the greatest games in baseball history have been a Game 6, so I'm fired up for this one. And clearly, being at home with a 3-2 lead in the series is a huge advantage, but it's far from a guarantee. They've still got to go out there, handle their business, and not let this get to a Game 7.
And the odds are obviously against any team trying to win a Game 6 and Game 7 on the road. But it does happen. They don't consider this series over by any means. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. And on the hill, Carlos Rodon.
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Kershaw back to work. Derek Jeter stands in now and watches strike 1.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
That's a strike, and the count is 0-2.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Fires over to first, and a quick out, number 1.
The first baseman.
Man, Chris, a jump throw like that is certainly worthy of the StatCast treatment. Let's see what the numbers have to say about it.
Yeah, these are some favorable numbers, Boog. This is the type of play that showcases his arm strength. I mean, he made it look easy, but I promise you, that's not a throw every shortstop can make.
One gone, runner at first. And next for L.A., Freddie Freeman.
Got one down now. One down.
Rodon sets and deals. Double play ball to second. Good feed. That's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Derek Jeter. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Kershaw back to work. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He flexes his power with that swing, his 8th of the series, and it gives him the lead in the 5th. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Derek Jeter, the next to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Martinez settles under it and makes the catch. And that is that. The Yanks lead 1, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Miguel Rojas at the plate.
Here we go, guys.
And the 2-2. Up the middle. Jeter. In plenty of time to first out in the top of the 8th.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces.
And now it's Mookie Betts. Got to be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with one swing. Hit slowly on the ground. Jeter fires to first on the run, and that is that. So they even it up here as we head for a good finish to this one. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. All tied 1-1. Back on the show as you get one more look at this incredible walk-off finish.